The geek realm suffered a loss, not a tragic loss, but a loss no less. Legendary director-producer Richard Donner, best known for Lethal Weapon series, Goonies, and, of course, Superman, died this past Monday. He was 91 years old. Even though Superman wasn't his first big screen effort, his big break came in 1976 with The Omen, starring Gregory Peck and Lee Remick. He also branched out into producing movies such as Free Willy and The Lost Boys, usually with his wife Lauren Donner. He also executive produced the huge 2000 success of X-Men and later the X-Men Origins Wolverine. Richard Donner, you will be missed. You showed us all that a man could fly, that we're too old for this shit. A child could glean to a killer whale, and some of the coolest vampires we've ever seen in our lives. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, blurds and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek, episode 85. Welcome everyone. This is Do You Speak Geek. I am your host, Nix. Thank you for joining the podcast where we bring you all the latest and greatest inside of the geek realm. Shout out to all of those who have been rocking so far. And if you are a new listener, welcome to Do You Speak Geek. Again, my name is Nix. Shout out to all the subscribers, all the followers, everyone who is new and following along. Appreciate y'all. For y'all to see something in us that y'all like and just start rocking with it like that. That's big love. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to Spreaker. That's the home team. If you're listening, you're probably listening on Spreaker. But if not, you're probably listening to somewhere else like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever. We're everywhere. So wherever you get your podcast, be sure to hit that search bar. Look for Do You Speak Geek. Subscribe and follow along. DoYouSpeakGeek.com, the central hub for everything DYSG. We got it all, people. Merch, blogs. We got events popping up soon. We got pictures, videos. Just be sure to hit that website up, save it to your favorites, and keep rocking with DYSG. Follow us on social media, Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, and Instagram at Do You Speak Geek. The YouTube channel is the place where you can find the Daddy and Dono Show. Please be sure to subscribe, like, Hulk, smash that bell for all notifications, and leave your comments. We want to know what you guys think. Before we jump into the pod, I just want to make a quick special announcement. DYSG will be in the building of the BlurredCon 2021 event that takes place in Arlington, VA. The dates are July 16th through July 18th. So please be sure to pull up. And if you spot DYSG, come say what's up. Talk to us. I might even have something for you. Nothing really too huge this week. So let's go ahead and hop into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all already know the vibes. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the Source Wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. Let's hop right into it. The pull list this week. Sinister War #1. Dr. Octopus is back, and the Sinister War has begun. Ox got a new Sinister 6, and if you think he's thought big in the past, think again. What Ock doesn't know is that the Vulture has a sextet of his own, the Savage 6. It's an all-out war between the two greatest villains in the Marvel Universe, and the only person they hate more than each other is, of course, Spider-Man. Spidey's in deep trouble with the toughest battle that he's ever had to face. Nick Spencer and Mark Bagley team up for the epic Spider-Man story guaranteed to shock readers everywhere. This one looks interesting. Let's see what happens. Thor 15. The wounds of Donald Blake have not yet healed, and new hell is afoot. With all inhabitants back in Asgard and Odin's presence returned after being away for so long, an air of tension now sits upon the throne. Father and son. All father and all father. Odin and Thor. Is this relationship forever doomed? And what does it mean for the 10 realms? Join Donnie Cates and guest artist Michelle Bandy for the start of a Midgard shaking new arc called Revelations. Seems interesting enough. I definitely want to see what this is all about. Ninjak #1. Yo, if you read Valiant back in the day, you should be hype right now. Out of the shadows and into the spotlight, the world's greatest super spy has been exposed. Colin King is Ninjak, and he has a target on his back like never before. With enemies lurking around every corner, how will Ninjak survive when there's nowhere left to hide and the world is gunning for him? Hang on to your hat, folks. Jeff Parker and Javier Pulido are about to take you on a non-stop thrill ride. Looking forward to this one, absolutely. Ninjak was like part of the dopest thing in Valiant, but yeah, that imprint is dope, still this day. Mighty Morphin #9. Will the Power Rangers make the right choice and save Angel Grove? The battle for Angel Grove continues as the team grapples with a seemingly no-win scenario. Will they be able to defeat Lord Zed and his surprisingly new ally? Or will all their home fade into chaos for good? Whew, kinda ominous, right? They got it. Or do they? And finally, we have the Flash Annual 2021 #1. The lightning-fast and action-packed Surge storyline races to its conclusion as Wally West returns to the present day with a new perspective on the past and a reinvigorated desire to take back the mantle of the Flash. With one last hurdle to leap, Wally puts the past behind him, but he'll need to propel himself further and faster than ever before to do it. Man, but I got faith in Wally. He's just too OP to fail. That's your pull list, ladies and gentlemen. Please be sure to pick up those comics sometime this week at your local comic book store. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all. Thunder! Thunder! Thunder!
Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude. I am the villain of the story.
Alright, folks. Marvel's What If trailer reveals its premiere date. Marvel's What If makes its debut on Disney Plus on August 11th, meaning that the gap between Marvel Studios shows is only about a month long. Westworld star Jeffrey Wright serves as the narrator of What If, voicing the all-seeing watcher Uatu. The rest of the cast is filled with current and former MCU stars, voicing their live-action characters in an animated format. Samuel Jackson, Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Josh Brolin, Haley Atwell, Jeremy Renner, Paul Rudd, Natalie Portman, Michael Douglas, Michael B. Jordan, Sebastian Shaw, Michael Rooker, Tom Hiddleston, and the late Chadwick Boseman will all be reprising their roles for the series, along with several other MCU stars. If for no other reason, because this is the final performance of Chadwick Boseman, I am all in on this series. And the what if story that they're gonna do, I mean, I seen one where it potentially could be what if Gamora was Thanos with the Mad Titan? What if Spider-Man was the Sorcerer Supreme? I mean, whoa, it's gonna be pretty big, and I can't wait to watch this one. Dwayne Johnson reveals release date for the Netflix movie Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot. So Netflix has revealed the release date of Red Notice, the action comedy starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. It will premiere on November 12th, getting an early lead on the holiday movie season. The Rock revealed the Red Notice release date in a new social media post in which Johnson states, "You're officially on notice, Netflix. Biggest movie ever, Red Notice, premieres in your living rooms around the globe on November 12th. FBI's top profiler, world's most wanted art thief, and the greatest con man the world has ever seen." Just because of the star power, this might be pretty dope, but we all have seen movies where the star power was amazing and the movie was just trash. But we'll see. This is good news picking up from last week. Lovecraft Country's creator Misha Green inks an Apple overall deal. Now, with Misha Green getting back in business with the executive team behind her former WGN American critical darling Underground, the Lovecraft Country creator and showrunner has inked a multiple-year overall deal with Apple, following what sources say was a competitive bidding process from the writer-producer. The deal reunites Green with former Sony TV president turned Apple heads of worldwide video Zach Van Amberg and Jamie Enright and former WGN American chief and Apple's head of US programming Matt Chernis. Van Amberg and Eltrick developed Green's Underground during their time with Sony TV, while Chernis oversaw it for WGN America. Despite critical backing, Underground, starring Jurnee Smollett and Aldous Hodge, was canceled after 2 seasons. Now, the Apple pat comes after HBO passed on the 2nd season of Green's Lovecraft Country, despite the showrunner openly expressing interest in keeping the genre drama that reunited her with Smollett going for multiple seasons. Lovecraft Country was based on Matt Ruff's novel of the same name, with season 1 covering the book in its entirety. So, that being said, despite HBO owning the show in-house, we may not actually see season 2 of Lovecraft Country, but we will get amazing content from this writer producer, and I'm all in for it. Greta Gerwig to direct the Barbie movie starring Margaret Robbie. Now, Lady Bird and Little Women director Greta Gerwig has officially signed on to direct Barbie, a film based on the iconic toy that is set to star Suicide Squad's Margaret Robbie. As reported by Variety, Gerwig has been part of the Warner Bros. Project since 2019 when she signed on to co-write the script with Marriage Stories' Noah Baumbach. Barbie will be a new big screen take on one of the most celebrated toys in the world, and it's set to begin production in early 2022 and planned for a theatrical release in 2023. Robbie will be producing the film alongside and starring in with her Lucky Champ Entertainment production banner, which most recently produced Promising Young Woman. The only questions I have is, one, is this live action or is it going to be some sort of a animated sort of a thing? And it's Barbie. I mean, what is this movie going to be about? If you grew up during the insane Barbie era like I did, Barbie had more jobs than a family of Jamaicans. So, and plus she had Ken, and then she had like Skipper, and there was Midge, and then everyone said those are sisters. Like, no, those are her daughters. Like, it's all confusing. So they could go hella different ways, but what will it be about? We will have to wait for the trailer and see, I guess. And finally, The Witcher Season 2 trailer revealed. The Witcher Season 2 finally gets its first trailer during Netflix's WitcherCon ahead of the season premiere on December 17th. Netflix finally offered fans a real look at the next season of The Witcher. Following the events of the first season, Geralt finally meets Ciri, and their destinies become interlinked. The second season will explore how Geralt and Ciri's relationship evolves while also diving into famous locations like Kaer Morhen. The teaser shows Geralt and Ciri making their way to Kaer Morhen to begin Ciri's training, but of course, things won't go well. The full details for the season hasn't been revealed yet, though Netflix did show off the titles of 7 of the 8 episodes of Season 2. You can check those out online. Trailer looks amazing. Let's go Season 2 for The Witcher. Let's hop into Thumb Life.
Peace, love, and video games!
It sound like Donkey Kong.
That man is playing Galaga.
Alright, gamers, the big story this week has got to be this new Nintendo Switch. So, Nintendo has finally revealed its long-rumored new model of Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch OLED model. It will be released on October 8th and retailed at $350 USD. The upgraded machine, which has many called the Switch Pro when it was being rumored ahead of its announcement, features a larger 7-inch OLED screen, but the size of the console is unchanged from the base Switch model. It's a wider, adjustable base stand, enhanced audio, 64 gigabyte internal storage, and a wired LAN port at the dock. Contrary to previous reports, the new model doesn't appear to offer 4K TV output or improved performances. The new OLED screen, while providing an improved picture contrast, remains a 1280 by 720 resolution. Battery life remains the same as the improved base Switch model from 2019 at an estimated 4.5 to 9 hours. The new model does come in two variants, the familiar red-blue color combination of the original Switch with the black dock, and one with a new white Joy-Con controllers and a matching white dock. Existing Switch docks, Joy-Cons, and other accessories will remain compatible with the new OLED model. The new Switch dock is also compatible with older Switch models, which includes a wired LAN port. Bigger screen? Sure, why not? Sucks that it doesn't have that output. Any differences though, but storage increase inside of it, adjustable stand. Hey, why not? I don't have a Switch yet. Maybe I'll get this one. And finally, Xbox Live reportedly going to be discontinued. Now, this is just a rumor. Bear with me. Xbox Live is going to disappear at the undetermined time in the future, according to a new report that has recently emerged from a trustworthy video game insider. News of this potential development comes by way of reporter Jeff Grubb, who revealed these details in a recent stream on Giant Bomb. Grubb explained that in the future, Xbox wants to make all multiplayer titles on its platform free to play. It is seemingly also interesting to see why there is an increase in Xbox Game Pass subscribers first, that they want to push this agenda and go ahead and do away with Xbox Live Gold altogether. At the moment, any multiplayer games outside of those that are free to download, like Fortnite and Apex Legends, require a gold subscription in order to experience. But I can see why they want to get away from that. I mean, with most of these games being free to play anyway, and they're the better games, I mean, come on. Who's still paying for this? I guess we'll see what happens in the future. Maybe by the end of the year, we may see Xbox Gold gone for good. All right, people, let's mark out.
So what you gonna do?
Goodbye, and good night. Bang!
All right, you wrestling smarks, mark out this news, and mark out we did. Former WWE star arrives at AEW Dynamite Road Rager. All Elite Wrestling fans witnessed a shocking arrival during AEW Dynamite Road Rager this past Wednesday night. After dealing with a power outage at the beginning of the show during the Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall strap match, the lights in the James L. Knight Center suddenly went out. And again, Arn Anderson attempted to cut a promo midway through the episode. When the lights were turned on, former WWE superstar and former NXT champion Aleister Black was in the ring. Black, who introduced his new character Malakai Black with a short film earlier in the day, knocked out Arn Anderson with a kick and eventually knocked out Cody with Fade to Black. Black was released from WWE back in early June, and while many fans assumed he wouldn't be appearing anywhere anytime soon, it looks like WWE had a little bit of a clerical error, and they didn't upgrade his contract to the 90-day clause from the 30-day clause that's originally NXT talent. So, welcome Malakai Black, welcome Tommy End. He is now all elite, and I love it. Well, folks, that wraps up the pod. Thank you all for joining me, but I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you all for listening. Please be sure to subscribe to this podcast, like this podcast episode, give comments, let your boy know what you think about this podcast. Visit the website, doyouspeakgeek.com. Follow us on social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out the YouTube channel, like and subscribe there. Look for us this coming weekend at BlurredCon. Yeah. As always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?